Hi folks, it's John from lastchanceautore.com. I'd like to share with you another update. This is the box assembly for the 1949 Chev truck short bed step side that we're doing a total ground restoration on. In an earlier video, we shared with you where we had these bed sides that we were modifying long beds to short beds, and we talked about the stake pockets and all that kind of fun stuff. So we've made lots of progress, so hopefully our camera person can come a little closer. The front panel, we had two front panels provided. Neither one of them were repairable. They're in extremely bad shape. We always try to use authentic metal and as many of the original parts as we can. However, in this example, by the time we would have cut away and welded in new steel, there wouldn't have been a whole lot of the original left. So this is a replacement, and there's basically two different grades or qualities of these front panels with the correct round tubing, with the threaded rods and the hardware, and we bought the best. So the thickness is of the same caliber and quality. So as we come around the side, it doesn't look like much, but there's been a substantial amount of work done since the last video I shared with you. Because we moved the stake pocket, if you recall in the earlier video, this is the back where the tailgate area is. So the front section that we cut it up here and then shortened it, and then we welded in this stake pocket from the original bed. However, there is no pocket hole, and you can see here we did an exact measurement, and then we cut out the correct stake pocket in the correct location. Here, where there was a substantial amount of damage, we cut that rotted piece and damaged piece out. We made a piece, welded it in, and ground it smooth. So you can see there's quite a bit of work done there. And all along this rail, there's quite a bit of damage, and we've fixed all of that. And you can see in the back here, we cleaned up the original stake pocket hole. We squared it up. It was damaged and beveled, so we've corrected that. If we look on the side, this is now our passenger side of the side panel. This is where the tailgate's going to attach. You can see now we've sanded and stripped the rest of the metal, and then you can see some of the remnants from the welding, because we welded the inside strips where they were pulling away. So we've got all this cleaned off. There's no rust anymore, and we have a couple of bolts just dry fitting the panels together so we can get a visual. So now we're going to come around to the back of the bed. So this is our back passenger side. We're going to come around our lower panel. We've bolted it in just temporarily, and it was all rotted in this corner and in this back corner and the top pieces, and so we cut all that out, made new pieces, welded them in. So this is the authentic original steel plate, and you can see the two large pockets, the one big pocket here, the other one here on the driver's side. So we cleaned all of them up, and those are the large pockets that we're going to set on the frame of the truck. And now the camera person can come down on the inside. You can see where we've cleaned all of this back panel off to bare metal. You can see how nice that metal looks. So that's been all stripped. Once again, doesn't look like a whole lot of work, but it's a lot of work to get all of the rust stuff taken care of and removed. And then these drilled holes in the top for the wood bed. The areas that were rusted, we cut them out. We made new pieces, welded them in, and we have the correct holes drilled back again. So it's, in my opinion, it's a much better idea to use this authentic real one than the aftermarket panel for the back. You can see our rail going along the side. That's our support rail that takes or receives the first part of the wood. So we've done some repairs along that, and we've stripped it all down. And our front panel, we've sanded this so it's ready for the epoxy. And then this is our driver's side. You can see, once again, substantial amount of work down the sides, lots of work on the top, another repair here where the tear was, and same idea, a lot of hammer and dollying work along these angled rails and the side panels. We've got our nice clean pocket, and we did quite a bit of repair here where we had to cut some of the rusted metal out, welded new metal in, ground it smooth, and you can't even tell that we've done 3 patches in that area. And then as we come up to the front section of the driver's side, this is the area that would meet the cab of the 49 truck. We've done quite a bit of work in this area also, and then we have the nice clean pocket hole once again to match the front. So a substantial amount of work on the bed. And so now our next step, now that we have it dry fitted and we measured it so we know that we're square, we have our support rails. Just briefly, so we've got all of our support rails are cross bracing, and what we did is we sandblasted them all, we sanded them, and then we've applied a 2-part black epoxy. So we have 2 coats, and these are dusty on this side. So we have all of the rails prepared. There's different sizes that go in the different locations. So we have all of our rails done, and then you can see there's the 2 smaller guys. Once again, sandblasted them all. And then we've got 2 to 3 coats of a 2-part epoxy, and we've applied the epoxy to both the inside and the outside. So they will be support pieces that we'll put across and fasten to the bed later, and then later we'll be dry fitting the bed, the whole assembly, to the truck. So now that we have all of these little bits done, my next step now, we've got it all wiped down and clean, we'll apply 2-part epoxy to all the sides of these panels. And then we'll disassemble, we'll get ready to do the gray primer, and we'll begin the sanding and the smoothing. So this is the truck bed assembly for the 1949 Chev truck. I thank you for watching. I'm John from lastchanceautore.com.